Did you know there was a whole civilization in Scotland that basically vanished from the history books? Their story is so mysterious that even today, historians and archaeologists are still piecing together the fragments of their existence. We call them the Picts. These ancient people left behind a legacy that is both beautiful and baffling, scattered across the wild Scottish landscape. The Romans named them the Picts, meaning the painted people or the tattooed ones. The name itself hints at their striking appearance, covered in elaborate body art that must have seemed otherworldly to outsiders. Imagine an entire culture with its own language, beliefs, and art, yet most of what remains are mysterious carved stones. These stones are covered in symbols and images that we still struggle to interpret. The Picts weren't a minor tribe, they were a major power in northern Britain for centuries, holding off Romans and other invaders. Their warriors were fierce, their leaders influential, and their territory vast. But when you look for their own words, you find almost nothing. Their story is a puzzle missing its key pieces. No written records in their own language have survived, leaving us to wonder about their daily lives, their beliefs, and their fate. We rely on clues, their art, their forts, and outsider accounts from Romans, Gaels, and Angles, always biased, never complete. Each source offers only a glimpse, filtered through the eyes of their rivals or conquerors. Every new discovery, a carved stone, a settlement, adds to the mystery rather than solving it. Each artifact raises new questions, deepening the enigma instead of providing clear answers. The Picts are a living question mark in Scottish history, their legacy both fascinating and elusive. Their presence lingers in the land, in legends, and in the stones that dot the countryside. Their carved stones are like silent witnesses, hinting at a lost world. Each symbol carved in stone is a message from the past, waiting to be understood. Each find challenges what we thought we knew, forcing us to ask new questions. The more we learn, the more we realize how much remains hidden. They mastered the art of leaving us wanting more. Their silence is as powerful as their presence, drawing us deeper into their mystery. Centuries later, we're still hooked, trying to figure out who the painted people really were. The search for answers continues, inspiring new generations of explorers and scholars. The Picts remain one of history's greatest enigmas, their story echoing through time, inviting us to keep searching for the truth. The Picts dominated northern Scotland from the 3rd to the 9th century AD, a solid 600 years. Their presence was felt across the wild, untamed lands, where mist clung to the hills and the wind carried stories of ancient power. Their territory was vast and rugged, stretching north of the Forth and Clyde rivers. This was a land of dramatic mountains, deep forests, and unpredictable weather, a natural fortress that shaped the people who called it home. Pictland began as a patchwork of tribes, each with its own leaders and traditions, gradually uniting in the face of common threats. Over time, these scattered groups learned to cooperate, forging bonds that would become the backbone of a kingdom. The Romans tried and failed to conquer them, building massive walls to keep them out. The Picts' resistance became legendary, a symbol of defiance against one of history's greatest empires. After the Romans left, new rivals appeared, the Gaels from Ireland and the Angles from the south. Each brought their own ambitions, challenging the Picts' hold on their homeland. The Picts were surrounded, but they adapted, forging a powerful kingdom through resilience and unity. Their ability to endure and innovate set them apart from their neighbors. They had kings, fought major battles, and shaped the political landscape of early medieval Britain. Their leaders were both warriors and diplomats, guiding their people through turbulent times. Far from isolated, they traded, fought, and allied with their neighbors, constantly evolving. The Picts were skilled negotiators, adapting to shifting alliances and new opportunities. Their identity was forged in conflict and competition. Every battle, every alliance, every challenge helped define who they were. The Picts weren't just surviving, they were thriving, actively shaping their world. Their art, their language, and their traditions left a lasting imprint on the land. Their story is one of adaptation and strength in a tough neighborhood. Against all odds, they endured, leaving behind legends that still echo in the Highlands. They left a mark on the entire island, not just their own lands. The influence of the Picts can be traced in monuments, place names, and the very fabric of British history. Understanding their context is key to understanding their legacy. To truly appreciate the Picts, we must see them as innovators, survivors, and shapers of their age. The Picts were a force to be reckoned with for centuries, a people whose spirit and achievements still inspire awe today. The Picts may not have left us books, but they left behind a stunning legacy: the Pictish symbol stones. These ancient monuments scattered across the Scottish landscape are silent witnesses to a mysterious past. Each stone is a testament to a people who valued memory, identity, and artistry, even if their voices have faded with time. Scattered across Scotland, these stones are carved with a unique set of symbols: animals, geometric shapes, and mysterious designs. Some depict fantastical beasts, while others show intricate patterns that seem to hint at a lost language or code. Around 350 survive, ranging from rough boulders to elaborate cross slabs. Some are simple and weathered, while others are masterpieces of ancient craftsmanship, standing tall in fields and churchyards. The symbols are consistent across vast distances, suggesting a shared language or code. This remarkable consistency hints at a society with strong connections and shared beliefs, even across remote regions. What do they mean? No one knows for sure. Maybe family names, myths, or records of alliances. Some scholars believe they could be markers of territory or commemorations of important events. The lack of a key makes them both frustrating and fascinating. Deciphering their meaning is like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces, drawing in historians and dreamers alike. As Christianity spread, the stones evolved, crosses appeared, along with scenes of daily life and biblical stories. The art became more complex, blending old traditions with new beliefs. These later stones offer glimpses of Pictish society, their clothing, weapons, and rituals. Through these carvings we catch rare glimpses of how the Picts saw themselves and the world around them. The stones are like frozen snapshots, whispering stories from a lost world. They stand in the mist and rain, silent but enduring, holding secrets that may never be fully revealed. They're our direct line to the Pictish mind, even if we can't fully translate their message. Touching the stones, we connect with the hands that carved them centuries ago. Each symbol is a clue, each stone a piece of the puzzle. Together, they form a silent archive, waiting for us to listen and interpret. The art endures, even as the meaning remains just out of reach. The stones have survived centuries of weather and change, their carvings still visible against the Scottish sky. The stones are the Picts' most enduring voice, a message from the past, carved in stone, waiting for us to listen. The Picts weren't just stone carvers, they were master metalworkers too. Archaeologists have found exquisite brooches, bowls, and weapons, revealing a society skilled in metallurgy and design. The St. Ninian's Isle treasure, for example, includes ornate silver brooches and bowls, buried around 800 AD. These objects show technical brilliance: casting, gilding, engraving, and intricate patterns. The Norre's Law hoard links Pictish symbols to high-status personal items, suggesting these designs were part of elite identity. Such craftsmanship required stability, resources, and a wealthy ruling class. The Picts weren't primitive, they valued beauty, and had the means to create it. Their metalwork challenges the stereotype of wild barbarians. These treasures reveal a world of color, artistry, and sophistication. The Picts' legacy shines not just in stone but in silver and gold. The Picts' language is one of history's great mysteries. It's almost completely vanished. For centuries they spoke a distinct language but left almost no written record. Only a handful of Ogham inscriptions survive, likely personal names, and even these are hard to decipher. Scholars debate, was Pictish a Celtic language or something even older? Place names like Pitlochry hint at their linguistic footprint, meaning a portion or share of land. King lists and names survive, but filtered through foreign chroniclers. The language faded as Gaelic took over, especially after the Picts and Gaels united to form Alba. Without a written tradition, Pictish disappeared, leaving only traces in place names and a few words. It's a silent testament to how completely a culture can be absorbed. The Picts' lost words remind us how fragile language can be. Their voice lingers only in echoes. How did the Picts run a kingdom without writing? Through memory and oral tradition. Laws, history, and genealogies were recited by storytellers and elders, not written down. This oral culture was powerful, but vulnerable. If the chain broke, knowledge was lost. Archaeology shows they lived in fortified settlements and roundhouses, organized and secure. They were skilled farmers and herders, with cattle as a key source of wealth. The symbol stones may have served as public records, marking alliances, boundaries, or victories. In a world without paper, stone was the ultimate hard drive. Their society was structured, resilient, and deeply connected to the land. The Picts proved you don't need scribes to build a complex civilization. Their memory lives on in stone. One of the most intriguing aspects of Pictish society is their royal succession. Some sources claim kingship passed through the mother's line, not the father's, a rare matrilineal system. This meant a king's nephew, his sister's son, could inherit the throne, not his own son. It ensured clear lineage and may have helped forge alliances with neighboring powers. Marrying Pictish princesses to foreign lords kept power rooted in Pictish bloodlines. The evidence is debated, but the pattern stands out in king lists. Some historians doubt the matrilineal theory, but it remains compelling. The Picts played by different rules, setting them apart from other European kingdoms. Their succession system is another layer of their enduring mystery. It hints at a society both unique and complex. How did the Picts disappear? Not with a bang, but through gradual fusion. Kenneth MacAlpin, king of the Gaels, united the Picts and Gaels around 843 AD, forming Alba. Legends of betrayal and murder are likely later inventions. Real change was slower and more complex. Kenneth may have claimed the throne through his mother, fitting the matrilineal pattern. Viking raids weakened the Picts, making unification necessary for survival. Gaelic language and culture became dominant, shifting power westward. Over generations, Pictish identity faded as people became Scots. Their culture was absorbed, not erased. The Picts became a foundation of Scotland's story. They didn't vanish, they transformed. The Picts may have faded from the map, but their legacy endures. Their symbol stones still stand across Scotland, silent messages from the past. The Picts helped lay the foundations for the nation of Scotland. Their territory, people, and political structures shaped Alba and beyond. Modern Scots are their descendants, in blood and in place names. The mystery of the Picts fuels our imagination and curiosity. Were they warriors, mystics, or political masterminds? Perhaps all three. Their story reminds us that history is often written by others, and much is left unsaid. The Picts are a vibrant, mysterious presence in Scottish history. Their enigma is their greatest legacy, one we're still trying to unravel.